Always nice when people are very nice after the series. StarCiller said he had a great time. He'd love to play again one day. We'll make it happen. That was a more than good enough series. Maybe StarKiller against Canadian J. If Canadian J can get a few more wins, we can get Canadian J going. Some more NAZVZ. It was fun. So we've got 2 more series. These are obviously the 2 big ones, guys. 2 incredibly high level best of 5s coming up. I gave Trigger a couple options, and Solar I think was one of the toughest ones, but Trigger is always so motivated and eager, and he said, I'll take the PvZ practice, give me Solar, I think I can do it. So let's see. They're currently going through the veto process. In case you guys have any questions about the map pool, this is our entire map pool. We have El Dorado, Arrowholm, Leylines, Moonwater, Tainless Man, Anomaly Found, Whispers of Gold, Hellscape, and Persephone. We haven't seen this map yet. Haven't seen Moonwater yet either. So as you guys can see, I've done a big mix. I've actually rotated out a couple of the regular new ladder maps as well. I don't think they're all fine. I don't think any of the 6 are bad. It's just I like looking at different things. We don't have a circuit. There are no like set map pools that we truly have to stick to. So why not have some fun, right? Foucault says Pendulum, one of the old school legends on this channel, has been around for, honestly, ever. For as long as I've been around, I feel like. Thank you so much, mate, for 5 gifted subs on the Friday night. Makes me happy. And let's hope for Game 5, guys. Game 5, 5 more gifted subbies for Roddy. That would make me happy. Are mind drops effective anymore for Terran? You mean against Zerg or Protoss? I think against Protoss it's still good, but it really got nerfed a lot. And even if I am a Protoss fan, and I am a Protoss player, I think they've gone overboard with the mind nerf. Like, I said this for a while. Even when Reddit was so up in arms and angry over Widow Mines, it really wasn't that bad. Like, it was powerful, but it wasn't that bad. In my eyes, they've gone a bit too far into the Widow Mines are not allowed to be good against workers, and it's very rarely that you see them be very useful. They're still good against Zealots. They're still very good against like certain adept builds and stuff. But when it comes to Widowmine drops as an opening, you still see it. But very rarely is it anywhere near as good as it used to be. They should revert to AoE. I would agree. I think that is fine. Like, it's so much easier to defend right now when you can clearly see the line. Armory Mines is a bit different. Well, I don't think it was that bad. I mean, I'm whatever. Maybe I'm wrong, but I really, because I'm a Phoenix boy, I think they were good, but I really don't think it was ever that big of a deal. And there were plenty of other high-level Protosses that also said it really wasn't that big of a deal. Like Harstem said it many times, and I trust Harstem's judgment. He plays at a very high level. And if Harstem says, I don't think it's a problem, and of course people will clip them, and he does lose 20 workers against the Widowmine drop, but it's okay. Like, he stands by his opinion. And I am honestly in that same corner. They were good, but not Busta. It's the best game ever. You're a pillar to the community, so it's easy to keep on hanging on. I'm excited for our summer, guys. I really do think we have a couple of awesome events to look forward to. And I don't see it as a goodbye party, how some people do it. I do have one really big wish, and that is that WTL returns. As you guys can see, I have 2 boxes behind me. One of them is the Stormgate Collector's Edition that they send me with autographs. Very nice of them. And because of that, I'll definitely stream some Stormgate one of these days. See how the game feels as well. I'm honestly very out of it. I have no idea what's good or what is meta, but, you know, it's alright. As long as I can find some other people that are bad, I'll have fun with it. The box below it is my WTL Code-S trophy. It has finally arrived. And if there is one thing that I absolutely miss, it is the WTL Code-S Team League. I thought it was so fun. Players loved it. The teams loved it. I really hope we get another season. Even if it takes time, even if we have to wait a while, as long as there is another season eventually. I want to defend our title. I want to get a second trophy. There's no information yet on how they do the qualifiers for EWC. Rumor has it that there will be regional qualifiers. So it's not like we can end up with 16 Europeans. We can't end up with 16 Koreans. Of course, the strongest regions will have the most amount of slots. But as far as I know, there are regional qualifiers. So I don't know if that means that we even have like a Australia qualifier or an exclusive Southeast Asia qualifier. But there should be some regional qualifiers. Who's organizing it? If you mean the EWC qualifiers, obviously that will be run by ESL. Like ESL and EWC are not the same, but have a lot of overlap. And they basically, ESL is like the operating force behind EWC. Similar to, think of BlizzCon 2019, 2018, 2017. It was WCS, so Blizzard running it. But they don't have like camera people. They don't have tournament organizers. So they hire ESL to then run it under the WCS banner. EWC is kind of the same. Like EWC is the banner, but ESL runs it for them. So if we play the SC2 tabletop game, will you build and paint the figures yourself? I have never done any of that. I am not Kalaris. I am not Loco. I have never painted a figure in my life. I am a collector. I love collecting stuff. I have collected all 3 big Starcraft statues. I have 9 little F1 cards. I've got a bunch of Pokemon cards. I now, I think, have a Stormgate statue, because I believe that's what's inside of the box. I have never painted anything in my life. Sorry about the delay, guys. The videos took a little bit longer, but I'm totally ready. My gamers are ready. It is very late for our gamers over in Korea, but obviously they knew like 4 days in advance that this series was going to happen. Good luck and fun, guys. A man from Basilisk versus an all-time great Korean. I have a couple of the older F1 Lego cars. The newer generation I don't have, but I got a little Mercedes. I have a McLaren that I've never built. And I think that's it. I also have a little Lego Mustang car. Just because I like to have a Mustang one day. But did you paint in art class in school? Yes, I was really bad. I got the pity passable grade because I showed great spirit. The teacher could see that I tried really hard. I took it serious. I paid attention. I was always there, but I was really bad. If it came down to pure quality, I would have failed every art class. But because I was always there and I was a sweet boy, they gave me the 5.5 grade. So 5.5 out of 10 means that you pass, but it's the absolute lowest possible way to pass. This is not something I'm good at, unfortunately. Here we go, guys. Co-main event of the Big Brain Bouts number 93. Vamos.
Let's get it on. Round 1. Fight.
In the top right side, we are looking at the main base of our rising star, of a man who I do generally believe can make it to the Esports World Cup this summer. He's got the skills, he has put in the work, he's got great teammates. This is Basilisk Trigger, a Canadian Protoss who's currently living over in South Korea. In the bottom left side of our home, we are looking at the main base of the man who has found a lot of success lately online. He is representing Falcons. This is Solar. They definitely sell the Mustang electric SUV vehicle. I see that one very often these days, mate. When it comes to like the proper Mustangs, they're quite rare. I think you have to import them. Now, obviously, if somebody imported them, like in Germany, you can also import it from Germany to the Netherlands. So there are some, but where a Mustang is incredibly common over in California or in different parts of America, they're very rare over here. They're kind of looked at as supercars. Like if you have a Mustang here, it's like, wow, that's a Mustang. It's sick. On America, it feels like everybody who gets a proper Sweet 18 has a Mustang or a Camaro. They're very rare here, but you do see them from time to time. Because Fractal is very simple, because some people love a Mustang. It's like not like you can say, my taste is that this is better than that. Some people just absolutely love a Mustang. And if they have the money and they want to spend it on a Mustang, more power to them. In Dutch we say, over smaak valt niet te twisten. And I love a Mustang. I wouldn't personally import one, but I do think they're very awesome. Corvettes are so overrated and common. I love a Corvette too, mate. I'm a bit of a sucker for the American muscle cars. I love all of them. I love the Challenger, I love the Camaro, I love the Mustang, I love the Corvette. I love all of them. Last time I was in California for the Battle Aces event, we rented a Mustang, not a super special one, but still a Mustang. It was kind of cool to drive from California to Vegas afterwards. I had such a good time. It was like, I was loving it, man. I smile when I think back of it. I was like, yeah, so much power. It was so cool. You guys don't know how cool that is as a European boy. To drive a Mustang on these American highways. This is awesome. Trigger with his first 2 adepts on the other side of the map. Solar with excellent defense, guys. Great Evo chamber block. Does not lose a single drone. And if I just had to choose one, probably go for like the coolest. Like, obviously there's so many different versions and models, right? But if you think of like the Shelby Mustang, oh, I love that. If I have to choose only one American car, I think I'd pick that. The Challenger is a close second, because I do think the Challengers are amazingly cool too. But a dream car would be like the Shelby Mustang. First Oracle for Trigger on the other side of the map is not going to activate Pulsar Beam yet. Obviously, these are always important moments in PvZ. Mega important to keep your Oracle healthy and keep it safe. Ideally, you get lucky, right? And you find a couple of drones that are in transit from the third to the natural or from the main to the natural. You had a Challenger, it was overrated. I mean, it's not that I would want one here over in Europe, mate, because I would be terrified in these tiny European garages to drive this big fat Challenger. Like, that wouldn't make me happy. I would much rather prefer a smaller car. But if I was living in America, especially if you live somewhere in like the Midwest and you have all the space in the world, oh, I'll take a Challenger all day, mate. Trigger activates Pulsar Beam and kills 4 drones. Not too bad. Most importantly for our young Canadian is that he keeps the Oracles healthy. Trigger is one of the best Battle Aces players in the world. Legit, in the first and the second beta, he was always there on top of the leaderboards, battling it out with Parting and Clem. He's incredibly good at the game. Don't know how much he will be playing in the next phase of the beta. I know he loves Battle Aces and he enjoys it a lot, but this is obviously such an important summer of Starcraft 2. And I think that is where most of his focus and passion lays at the moment. But maybe you guys will see him play some Battle Aces from the 16th until the Lord knows when we can play. Lynx get a excellent surround on the Adepts. Trigger, I don't think mega happy with that. Got 1 extra drone, I believe. Good defense by Solar. Solar showing us so far why he is still widely considered to be one of the best Zerg players on this planet. And probably one of the best Zergs in Starcraft 2 history. I don't think that is a very hot take. Excellent moment by Solar for these Zerglings to show up. Wow. What a run by. Grabs a couple Stalkers, grabs a couple Workers too. Forced out a recall. The other Oracle did not die. That's why we only recalled 1. I guess it was just too far away, but... You're 52? That's awesome, mate. I love that you're 52 and enjoying some StarCraft on the Friday evening. That makes me happy. I hope one day to be like you. 52 and see Wardy cast his heart out or something. That would make me so happy. Just 15 years, guys. I believe Wardy is still out there. Running the Wardy Summer 2040 Spring Championship Final. Clem and MaxPax going at it. Oh. I cannot wait for 2040, baby. It's gonna be so good. Solar continues to be active with Zerglings on the other side of the map. As the Stalkers are poking of Trigger. Trigger has to be mega cautious here on creep. The year is 2040. MaxPax, Hero and Clem are still signing up for every single Monday night. A weekly Upper Tree is still stuck at 4,840 MMR, even though he's the only player around that MMR that is still active, complaining about Protoss. It's gonna be a great summer, guys. 2040 is gonna be a year to cherish. The year of Hearthstone is truly finally there. It's gonna be even bigger and better than 2016, where Hearthstone did win not 1 but 2 international championships. Sometimes I feel people don't give Hearthstone enough credits and love for that. The real year of Hearthstone already took place, guys. Lynx and Hydras for Solar are gonna make it to the other side of the map. There is +1, there is Blink on the side of Trigger, but fighting this many Hydras is always difficult. Archons are morphing in the back, but we could really use these Archons right now. If Trigger holds this, he's going to be in an absolutely fantastic spot. We are pulling the probes, and the other day said if somebody ever pulls the probe, you just know that they are dead against Marines, Marauders, and Hydras. The Archons are just stupid T-Rex arms, guys. I feel like there was maybe a world where Trigger could have held this, but the Archons were so stuck. They just didn't do anything. Help me, Stalkers. I'm an Archon and I'm way too stuck. The Stalkers were very busy battling all the Hydras. It wasn't meant to be. If these Archons were like 20% more useful, then maybe we could have held this. But game 1 will go in favor of Solar. Look at these Archons, guys. I mean, this one is too exposed, and this one is just so stuck. It's a shame. The Archons have a tiny bit of protection. They can really make the difference, but... One link triggering 2 stasis traps. I missed that one. Maybe a bit of a frustrating game for Trigger. Probably one that feels that it played out in a relatively standard way. I think that Zergling backstab by Solar at the 3rd was amazing. You grab 2-3 Stalkers there, you grab a couple workers, you force out a recall. Like, that's big, right? For just a little link poke, excellent value. And Starcraft is played at such an exceptionally high level these days that guys like Solar just need 1 or 2 things that truly go their way before they know what they have to do to close out a game. You know, Colossus are out of fashion, but they're so much better versus this all in. Colossus are amazing against Hydras and Lynx, and that is something that's Trigger is obviously aware of too. It's just the moment that you go for Colossus, it is impossible to kind of hide that. It will always get scouted. The early Robo will get scouted, the gases will get scouted, the Robo Bay is going to get scouted, and then by the time you get a Colossus, you're going to have to worry about a whole bunch of Mutas. And good luck defending Mutalisk with your Colossus. And this is why you're kind of forced into that Blink Stalker route. Unless you like see that immediately and you get a couple safety Phoenix. But if you start building Phoenix and Colossus, you're going to be mega passive. You have no map presence whatsoever. And then the Zerg can just say, F it. I'll sit back 4 bases, 5 bases, 80 plus drones. What are you going to do? Attack me with Phoenix Colossus? Like 2 Phoenix, 2 Colossus. Good luck and fun. And that's why it's not that easy to get 2 Colossus. All the pros are aware of which units are good against which units. It's just they play in a certain way because their hand is forced to play in a certain way at this level. Because the gaps are just too wide to casually transition into some tier 3 units and build what you think is powerful in that moment.
Round 2, fight!
In the bottom left side of El Dorado, we're looking at the main base. Over our Canadian Protoss representing Basilisk. He is down 0-1. This is Trigger. You feel Colossus should at least be immune to Viper, Abduct, and Neuro? Neuro is not really an issue. Making them immune to Viper, Abduct, though, is... I think that's very rough, because then you're going to force out a whole bunch of corrupted play very early on. Yeah, don't know about that, mate. That would make Colossus, I think, a little bit too powerful. Bottom right side of El Dorado, taking the 1-0 lead, playing an incredibly high level clean ZVP game 1, representing the Saudi Arabian esports org Falcons. This is Solar. Roaches are fine to just kill Colossus. No, that's not how it works, mate. Roaches are not fine to kill Colossus. No. I appreciate your way of thinking, but I can guarantee you that's not how it works. If you make Colossus immune to Abduct, you're gonna have to tweak a lot of other things to make up for it. Otherwise, every Zerg is just going to die against 8-gate Robo timing of 3 bases. Even right now, those windows are incredibly sharp. If you guys think back of like the Gressfon days with Parting going for those Colossus Stalker Sentry timings against Serral, like Parting would kill almost every single Zerg on the planet because they would try to defend on their attack, and it's so freaking difficult. Serral would somehow find that razor-thin window where he gets Hive, where he gets Vipers, where he has energy, and then it's like the closest hold ever. If you remove that ability, you're so cooked as Zerg. Trust me, mate, that would not be good. That would maybe work on some levels, but at the highest level, that would absolutely ruin the state of this matchup. Also, I think the last thing that we need to look at right now is ways to see Protoss win against Zerg. Like, I don't think that's really the number one concern right now in Starcraft 2. Yeah, I'm not a fan of this mothership being immune to abduct. I think it's silly. It goes for a lot of games. I feel the same in BASILISK, guys. Like, I'm just not that big of a fan of these, like, Titan hero units. And I know that's weird. I'm a Warcraft 3 player, and I love my Warcraft 3 heroes. I love creeping. I love collecting items. I enjoyed all of that. I don't need to see motherships immune to this, immune to that, cloaking an entire army. I don't need to see a war factory taking up half the size. I don't need to see an abyss taking up half the size of my screen. I just don't find it that fun. I enjoy tiny and medium and large units all equal. All sizes are fine by me, guys. But these like ultimate Titan late game hero units, I feel like very rarely do they make an RTS better. Statfest will get a heart attack. I know, man. Oh, Trigger! Trigger's about to get a heart attack. If that Oracle flies into 2 queens and a spore crawler, that would be very bad news. I care about both. I really care about the entertainment value of StarCraft 2, as obviously I watch a lot, I cast a lot, and I still play a little bit, but whenever I play, I don't care about too much right now. Other things are slightly more important. So the entertainment is incredibly important to me. Of course, balance is important as well, because the game needs to be fair. All races need to have a shot at winning the big tournaments. If one of the races has no shot, it's not very fun. But yeah, I just don't enjoy units like a mothership. I don't know. Ultra is fine for me. That's just a late game unit. Like carriers, ultras, lurkers, all fine. Powerful, but totally fine. I've got no issue with that. I just don't like the ultimate late game stuff. Thank you to Dr. Jit. 4 years. The first month was gifted, by the way. So somebody tricked you, mate, into a 1 month Roddy sub, and now you've done 47 months yourself. I love that. Thank you for the ongoing love and support. Yeah, balance is very important. I agree with Miro. I'm gonna live by this Reddit quote that I read the other day. Players aren't playing because players don't play. And we want to make sure that StarCraft 2 never falls in that state. And over the last few years, it's already been a little bit dire, right? With a lot of the semi-pros and like the bottom half of top European, top NA players, like retiring, soft retiring. It is super important that people keep on playing the game. And for people to keep on playing the game, the balance needs to be good. We can't just only aim for entertainment, but making only one of the 3 races viable. Because that will not be entertaining. And then people will stop. Battle cruisers, I don't have a problem with battle cruisers either. It's like, that's the right size. That's just late game big units. I don't hate that. I just hate the hero units or the Titan units, however you want to describe them. You can only make one, and very rarely do I feel they add anything. Solar's got a tiny Dropper-Lord, and these Dropper-Lord plays have been so freaking effective over the last few months. As a Protoss, the last thing you want to see is a bunch of Zerglings show up in your natural, in your main base, while you're focused on your Blink, Stalker, Micro. Here come the links. How many warpings are available on the side of Trigger? 1, 2. So far, excellent defense. Come on, Trigger. 2 Adepts and a bunch of Stalkers and a few Oracles. And Trigger is the man who's trailing 0-1. But of course, we're always a bit biased for our Basilisk boys, guys. What are you going to do? Sue me? It's my channel. I'm cheering for my teammates. It's not a crime. I love Solar, I respect Solar, but I'm allowed to be a tiny bit biased, especially if our boy is down 0-1. The Stalker Micro is looking really clean so far, and this defense against the Zerglings has been as good as it will ever get. Trigger continues to be aggressive. He is down 6 workers, but it's looking very good. I don't know how much longer we can stick around though. A couple of the Lings are about to free out of those stasis traps. There is a backup stasis trappy. So far so good, right? So far, more than good. He has lost 1 probe throughout the entirety of this game. Maybe he lost 1 probe. Yeah, maybe we lost 1 here, but really good defense against that link drop. JWB Mining, thank you mainly for the 11 months. Stalkers battling Lings and Hydras over here on the Friday night. 5 Dropper Lords on the way for Solar. I feel like Solar is thinking about aggression, while they should maybe focus on defense first before we think about aggression. But Solar seems to have made up his mind. He is living and dying by the Lairtech Zerg today. I hope for Trigger that he doesn't overextend, right? Like so far this is all really good. He has only lost 12 units. He has killed 77 units. Is that a Valtteri Bottas amount of units? I think it is. We've got Storm on the way. Does not know. Maybe he knows now. Maybe those zealots spotted the Dropaloids. You recall a certain streamer picking Solar very early in a casted team league? Was that me? Round 2? Solar pick? I always picked Reynor, mate. Reynor was always my go-to. I always picked Reynor. And one time I actually picked Oliveira very early as well. Way earlier than people ever thought I should pick him. Because I believed in him. He did alright, but nothing too great. And then he shows up at Katowice and he wins the entire thing. 5 drop lords fly into the main base. One of them gets picked off. The second one takes a long... Oh, Stalkers on move command. Trigger. I know it's hard, guys. He's microing units here. He's storming in the center of the map. He needs to make sure that he can deal with this. And by the looks of it, he is dealing with this. And if we are a 3, if not 4 base Protoss with Storm, with +2, we're not afraid of some Lairtech Zerg. We are definitely not afraid of some Lairtech Zerg. The supply still favors Solar a tiny bit, but I can guarantee you guys that Trigger is mega happy with how all of this is going. And this game is looking incredibly fine for our Canadian. Blinks forward, chases down these Hydras too. Look at our boy go. Look at him go. You were inspired to write an essay praising SC2 when the EWC announcement came. Alas, I could not find it anywhere to publish it. Approachment, game rent, but they never get back to me. I don't know what half of that means, mate, but I feel like you can always just share stuff on social media or in Discords, and people can maybe read on it, and perhaps then it catches some steam and people will share it on different websites too. If you can help, mate, let me know. Couple zealots storming on top of the top right hatchery. Solar is in all sorts of trouble, and I think he knows it. I know these kinds of Zerg attacks, guys. These are the F it. I am just going to send it and hope that the Protoss messes up. But Trigger is not in the business of messing up. There's a reason why. He is a member of Basilisk. There's a reason why we hype him up. And that's not just because we like him and he's a great kid. He's one hell of a player. And I've said this before, and this might be a hot take, but I think Trigger is making it to the Esports World Cup. I don't even know how the qualifiers are working yet. I don't know who he has to beat. I don't know if he has to qualify through Korea or through NA, or if it's a global qualifier. But I do believe in our man. I think he's going to make it. I think all 3 of them make it. 1-1, still no 3-0s today. Not quite game 5 yet, but... this is turning into a pretty damn good Big Brain Bouts, guys. 93 weeks of giving out 500 buckies on the Friday night. Which I think is incredibly awesome. Is there a chance that Roddy makes it? I definitely hope I make it as a caster. But the thing is, even if I don't make it as a caster, I would probably just go as a content creator. Then I'll just be the water boy for the boys. Give Reynor a towel whenever he needs one. Bring him some water. Make a video with him. So. But obviously I'd hope to be there as a caster. I have been a part of the last 13 official World Championships we've had. I'd like to make it 14. And 15 would be even better. I don't know how the official World Championship of Starcraft is going to look in 2026. But I'm quite certain that we'll have one, or one that feels very close to it. Has anyone else done all 13? I think Tastosas have probably been... No? Did they miss a Katowice, perhaps? Actually, that's a good question, mate. That is a good question. I definitely think they were there at every single BlizzCon, and BWI. So and they were technically there even before, right? 2010 and 2011. But I think they missed an official Katowice World Championship. So I guess I've got the longest ongoing streak. Here we go. Round 3.
Round 3. Fight.
Bottom right side of Anomaly Found. We are looking at the main base of our Korean Zerg representing Falcons. It is Solar. I don't know if it was several Katowices or one Katowice, but being absent at some Katowices that were not World Championships wouldn't really affect that streak, right? But if it was an official World Championship, then I guess the streak would be broken. Top left side of Anomaly Found, we are looking at the main base of our Canadian Protoss, who is dreaming of making it to his first ever official World Championship final. It is Trigger. We're gonna see Reynor play. I thought he retired. Why did you think he retired? Did Reynor ever say he retired? Has there ever been a statement about Reynor retiring? Just because people don't want to sit 7 minutes on Battle.net before they find a game and play some League of Legends instead does not mean they are retired. Well, it's so good to have this map on EWC. I agree. I mean, I'm certain that EWC will have a fun map. If we are showing up over in Saudi Arabia with Neon Violet Square, King's Kelm, and Abyssal Reef, I will be very, very, very sad. And I will do some absolutely haram things, but I don't think that's going to happen. Reynor is not retired. If there is ever a moment where Reynor retires, we'll read it everywhere. But Reynor is going to do his absolute best to make it to the Esports World Cup, and I'm certain he will. Who wanted those 3 maps to begin with? No one, I think. Absolutely no one. So Solar, guys, has gone for a hatchery on the other side of the map, and he has let it finish up. Trigger has not gone double gate, has not pulled too many probes to work on this. Interesting investment, and sometimes Zerg feels unfair, no? It's like hatch, 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 hatch. How has Zerg made 4 main bases while Protoss hasn't made a single one yet? You hope Mario wins this year? I hope one of the BASILISK members wins, but if it can be one of us, obviously Maru does deserve to also have his big moment on the international stage. I don't know, some people said, but he had it already. WESG, yeah, sure, that was great, but is it the same as winning a Kato? Is it the same as winning a BlizzCon? Is it the same as winning EWC? I don't really think so. Scarlett says hatches are cheaper. True, 275. Hello, Sasha. Oh. So 1 gate, Stargate, very quick Stargate of course for Trigger, but very late expand because of the hatch block by Solar. Zergling count currently 8, Zergling speed 8 seconds away from finishing up. It's actually going to be a tough fight for 8 Zerglings. We're going to need a little more than that. How about, guys, Oracle activates Pulsar Beam and Zealous and Adepts just click on this hatchery. Now, because of all the hatch blocking and the hatch shenanigans, now the Spore Crawlers are a tiny bit late. And that allows Trigger to activate Pulsar Beam kills too. Zergling speed has finished up in time and that... okay, this one is shaded as well. The Zealots have died, the Adepts survive, and I guess that's okay by Trigger. We want to make sure that we don't expose these Adepts, so they don't get surrounded. I want to see the Oracles activate Pulsar Beam and just gone down this hatch. Call me a dreamer, but I want to see it. Well, so far, I think our young man from Canada is looking quite good. Needs to be very, very cautious here, though. Gets 2 drones, and we keep the Oracles alive. It's a lot of damage, but hey, as long as they live. A Resonating Glaive as the follow-up. 4 gate Resonating Glaive Adept. Let's go ahead and follow Solar's camera, guys, for give or take 30 seconds. So this is where it's all going to feel a little bit hectic and a bit crazy. Adepts can maybe shade on top of the 3rd base as well. There is a healing zone, actually. Very good point, Scarlett. There is a healing zone. Top right side, bottom left side. I don't know if Trigger knows about that, though. I don't know if he knows. I don't know if he's thinking about it. But they are the healing zones. Fountains, baby. think Bully will probably have the answer on who made this map. It might be the Optic or Omni Skeptic. Optic, Bully, who made this map? Huh. That's broken for Oracles. Can be broken for Hellions too, mate. I saw Clem drive Hellions in, roast a couple links, eat a bunch of queen shots, drive back to the shrine, heal him up, go again. The Adepts with Resonating Glaive are going to make it to the other side of the map. They have successfully shaded into the main base. The other ones are all going to go for the third base. A lot of drones here and a low HP hatchery. $100 on the line for the winner of this series. 25 for the loser. Kill the hatch. Let's kill this hatch, no? Obviously killing drones is awesome and stuff. But what about we drop him to a 2-base Zerg? Come on, Trigger. Kill that hatch. Kill that hatch. Kill that hatch. He cancels the shade, but the queens transfuse it. Kill that hatchery. Oracles show up as well. We get it. The double zealot adept pressure from the beginning of the game pays off in a big way. And Trigger kills the hatchery. Means Solar is now a 2-base Zerg, guys. 2-base Zerg. Aye. Thank you so much to Statfest for the raid. We got Wardy early. We got Statfest now. Look at all my passionate gamers. That was a lot of adepts. I mean, he killed drones. He forced me. You're not going to tell me that you don't think that was good, no? Oh my god. You guys are really going to be like, that wasn't that good. Guys, get out of here. We're looking at a 2-base Zerg. Is there a chance that Solar just builds nothing but units and counters? Yeah, of course. That's what he's going to go for. But in no universe is that not good for the Protoss. He kills links. He kills queens. He kills drones. He kills a base. You guys are like, oh, you lost a lot of adepts. Well... yeah, I may hope he lost a couple of adepts, otherwise this game be over, so it'll be out. Come on, guys. I don't think Trigger knows about the shrines. Or perhaps he's just not thinking about it. And don't forget that the games on the Friday night on this channel, Big Brain Bouts, are always live. And if it's 8:42 for me, it's probably like 3:42 over in South Korea. Solar is indeed sending it. We have one Stalker looking for... oh, Trigger. Drop alert. Oh my goodness, that is painful. That is painful. Immortal is going to get surrounded as well. A 16 work lead. The Oracle got sniped. I mean, right now Solar needs to get a few more units in the front. Picks up some units. Activates the stasis trap. Guys, the links in the main. Okay, we have an adept. I'm going to have an answer for it. Trigger can safely lose 25 workers here and still be fine. I know that is crazy, and Solar knows that. He kills 14, but he is not happy enough. As a 2-base Zerg, there's not a whole lot he's gonna get done. GG gets called. Trigger takes a 2-1 lead. Where is that Twitch chat? Is it like, the real question is if Trigger can even win a single map? Well, where are you now? Reveal yourself, sir or ma'am. Talking crap about our boy. Get out of here. Huh? I need to change my lights. It's getting dark. I often start my streams when the sun is still shining. And then before I know it, I'm in the dark all night long and nobody can see me. Hello, Ravi. You know, Ravi, I think I posted it in my MaxPax channel in my Discord. I think you're in my Discord, right? I saw Opetry playing Mecha either yesterday or today. He's upset, mate. He wants revenge. He's still playing even after the show match. He's upset. I love it. Oh, for the first time tonight, guys, we get Persephone. I don't really know this map that well. Reynor was beyond cool. Lucky I get to watch it live for once. Thanks, Basilisk. Thanks, Roddy. Thank you, matey, for the 49 months. I appreciate it. So now I have a real dilemma. Earlier my man Scaffold said he will gift 5 subs for every single game 5 we see. Now obviously as a streamer, as a man who makes a living out of this stuff, I do love some 5 gifted subbies. But as the team captain of Basilisk and a man with a very proud WTL trophy that I will show you guys after this game, I will reveal my WTL Code S trophy to you guys. I say mine, but it's kind of ours, obviously. It's not mine, but I'm the only one who has it, so in that way it's mine, but it's our trophy. I obviously always root for Basilisk members. So that's a bit of a catch-22. I guess we'll always win, right? If Trigger wins, I'll be very happy for him. I'll be happy for the spirit overall that our boy is in. But if Solar wins this game, well, we're going to game 5. 5 more gifted subbies. Whoop, whoop.
Round 4. Fight.
Instead of looking at the negative, we can look at the positive. We'll always win. But in what way am I going to win? We don't know yet. Bottom left side of Persephone, we are looking at the main base of our Canadian Protoss representing Basilisk, 1 map away from winning 100 buckies and getting an impressive W on the Friday night. Saturday morning for him, this is Trigger. I also didn't see Serral go 1-1 with Goblin to even qualify for that WTL to begin with. That was all me, baby. On Gresvon again! Never forget it. I'm sure Goblin would love it if I bring that up from time to time. There's a free agent now, by the way, guys. Someone should sign Goblin. It's Friday PM in Canada. I don't know what Friday PM means, but I know that it is 2:46 in some parts of Canada, probably 1:46 in others, and 46 minutes past noon on the West Coast. Or even right before that, sorry. Top left side, guys, of Persephone. We are looking in the main base of one of the greatest Zergs to ever play Starcraft 2. We can safely call him that. The man has won a lot of things throughout his career. This Falcons Solar. Yeah, 11:46 in Vancouver and 2:46 in Toronto. We had this little weird period where basically it was 5 and 8 hours. Super annoying with daylight savings. Somehow that kicks in a little bit quicker in America than it kicks in for us. So when you're so used to it being -6 to -9, now for 3 weeks it changes and it's -5, -8. But now we're back to normal. For at least, I don't know, Lord knows how many months, 6, 7 months. It is just the good old -6 for the East Coast, -9 for the West. He's got a beautiful room. That is true. I have some plans for my own streaming room, and I know that people that have listened to me a while will be like, brother, you've been yapping about these plans forever. Nothing ever changes. I know, guys. I'm currently juggling a lot of different projects and different things, but I've got some big dreams. I don't know if it's going to work out. I don't know if it will look pretty. I don't know if it can look as good as it looks over at Solar's place, but I do want to swap some things around. We'll get it done sometime this summer. May, June, July, I don't know. I have no idea how you pronounce the map name, guys. I am fully aware that it is not something I'm particularly good at. I have played on this map though a few times. I played against Italian Alex on this map. I also played against Hon Mono. I got blasted by Hon Mono, but I beat Italian Alex. I say it's fine. We should just turn it into that song about the phone. Calling me on my telephone, cell phone. Not the Drake one, but the other one. I really don't care. Until this map makes it into an official map pool of EWC, Stara Zagora. I'd say Home Story Cup, but Home Story Cup I'm just there as a fan, so I'd never need to pronounce it. I'm not bothered. You guys know what I mean. The gamers know what it means. Most of the gamers don't even know these maps that well. We're fine, guys. Trigger is on match point. He activates spell. Ooh, that's risky. That is very risky. But he gets away. Oh my god, he wants more. And he gets more. 4 drones. First Oracle. Big. Very, very big. Hon Mono is smurfing in Diamond 3. On what server? Wow, what is this build? Double Robo? Double Forge? Who's this gamer? Double Robo, double Forge on the side of our Canadian Protoss. Uh-oh. And now we're kind of struggling with like 8 Zerglings. That's not good. Oracle starting around though, has energy. We'll take care of it. What is this? What is double Robo, double Forge? Yeah, of course, that's his target. This is most certainly an opening. Are we gonna drop a Robo Bait too? A Twilight Council, so we're just gonna pump Immortals? What the hell is this? Nidus. Honestly, I think Nidus is kind of goated here, no? Because that is a lot of money being spent on robos, being spent on stalkers. This stalker warp pin gives me the feeling that Trigger has already spotted the Nidus. I don't know if he did though. He has not. He is building cannons. One in the natural, one in the main. That could just be anti-drop-a-lord play. 10 worker lead. I'm gonna go ahead, guys, and follow Trigger's camera for a little bit. Stalker gets surrounded. It's gonna be a lot of Zerglings. That is an Artosis pylon in the main base if I've ever seen one. A lot of extra links show up. Very important. Solar is first. Nidus goes up outside of the main. Guardian Shield, I don't think changes a whole lot here, guys, but maybe Zerglings show up with machine guns these days, and I've been so out of the meta that, yeah, Lord knows what's happening over here. Nidus comes online. Trigger hears the sound. Got some oracles. That takes a lot of that. That's a lot of queens. This is going to be a very, very, very difficult hold. And the doors are open. These floodgates that DeMusliM is always talking about are so on right now. Not sure about throwing away too many links away from all the queens though. This is like, in a weird way, this was not the play. Now we have another Nidus coming online in the main base. Queens are going to get out. There's a lot of energy. One cannon is going to help out quite a bit. Oracle gets picked up. This is it for Solar. We have a drone as well. What are we building? Spines, spores, all of it, and then some. Queens and lings in the main base. But honestly, every second that goes by, you want to say, I start believing more and more in Trigger. But these queens are an issue. The cannon allows us to dream. Triple Immortal allows us to dream. Zerglings do get a little surrounded. All the oracles die. Yes, it is just immortals at this point. Honestly, that's a lot of immortals. It may just be immortals, but it's a lot of immortals. Queens of Streep die with a lot of energy. Trigger holding, guys? Is our Canadian Protoss holding over here? It's really starting to look like it. Trench shields are not as clean. The double robo immort. This cannon is such an MVP, by the way. 12 kills on this cannon. Without this cannon, I don't think we ever hold. But with the cannon, we do hold. We convincingly hold. And Trigger gets a 3-2-1 victory on the Friday night. No game 5 for the first time tonight. But hey, a 3-1 victory. The cannon is so goated there, yeah. That cannon is absolutely goated. What I didn't really like from Solar is that he ran so many Zerglings deep into the main, while the queens were still kind of battling around the third. I think keeping everything together is better, or just trying to get the first Nidus in the main or the second Nidus, but I feel like it was a bit too split up there. Oh, well done though. That cannon is an absolute MVP cannon. Congratulations to the Trigger for not just sending it to game 4, but winning the series. Winning the 100 buckies. Thank you to the anonymous gifts up there. Scuffler hitting us with the 3, not 5, but 3. We'll take that. I see Reynor is here. Björn is here. Hi, guys. Awesome. Man, can't take this kind of stuff for granted, guys. That you schedule things at 3 a.m., 4 a.m. local time for Koreans or people over in Korea, and that they're actually always here. I always have a bit of fear and anxiety that one of them just forgets or falls asleep, doesn't show up, but they're all here. I'm ready in 3. Trigger throughout history had a couple of ups and downs on the Friday night in the Big Brain Bouts. I'd say this is by far and away his most impressive win. Don't forget that Solar recently won a Monday Night Cup. Solar also defeated ShoWTime in a very fun main event. For Trigger to get this win is very, very impressive. 1.2 million channel points against 302,000. Let's see. Who won that jackpot, guys? Ooh. A couple of owies over here. Nor Bash. Yes, rewarded in the biggest way. Soulman and DJ Crisper. Little jackpot. 80 against 20 is that's quite a bit. Nice payout for the BASILISK fans and the Trigger believers out there. We will settle it, and that means that we are gonna get ready, guys, for one final series of the night. The big one For the first time in months, he's back. Reynor, our Italian stallion, he's over in Korea. It is extra special to see these two guys play because they're both in Korea. So no cross server, no ping advantage. Sure, it's a bad time for both of them. But hey, this is as good as it gets when it's not on LAN. Best of 5 main event, BBB number 93. Obviously, the money split is 150-50. Reynor, Ita, Z, or Beyond, the man from the Shopify Rebellion, as our Korean Terran. I'll give you guys 15 minutes because I think they are still vetoing. It's going to take a little while. I'll take a tiny break too. Zero ping gaming, or very close to zero ping gaming, between Beyond and Reynor at an unholy hour. What a proper gaming hour. Last but not least, I just want to take a tiny look, guys, at isn't it months since Reynor has done SC? Nope. Reynor literally was streaming Starcraft a couple days ago. Need a whiskey for this? We can have a tiny whiskey for this. It is a proper Friday night. What you can say is that it's been a while since Reynor had an official series played. And that is correct. His last official series also in the Big Brain Bouts, 7th of February. A 3-0 over HeroMarine. He is going to play another ZVT tonight. So it's been a little over 2 months since the last time we saw Reynor in an official environment. But of course, Reynor has played and has streamed and has led it in unofficial, just practice games. I'll take a couple minutes, charge myself up. I hope you guys are ready for it. I'm excited for this. So let's do it. Reynor Beyond, BBB, main event 93 coming up.